Salutations and welcome to another episode of Let Dark Souls Teach You. We are finally going to do the best area in the game, Anor Londo. No fancy schmancy intro other than that, let's just get to it. Forgot how manly and hench my guy looks. Definitely not going to complain about that. Also, you might notice my setup is slightly different. My dad is now my office roommate, so back there. Yeah, back there. During the day, when my dad works from home, he's going to be back there, so yeah. It's not gonna be as lonely down here, I guess. Alright, so we see two treasure chests. They're obviously being guarded. Clearly, if they're being guarded by those two fellas, we're gonna want it. Like the rule with any big thing, get in behind them, slash at those ankles. We've got god tier lightning spear damage. Oh, we staggered the bastard. Get back in there. Oh, Dark Souls 1 slow recovery time. Gotta love it. Now, we're not gonna be able to reach the other one without taking care of this guy first, so let's do that as well. Yeah, everyone's getting sick. I was originally scheduled 9 to 4 o'clock at my job, but the one guy who was going to close says, hey, I really need you to close, I'm feeling like death. And I'm like, oh, alright, okay, fine. You know, I was kind of hesitant because I wanted to go home, but he talked me into it. I'm like, alright, I'll do him a favor. He's like, yeah, I really owe you one. And I'm looking around, like, everyone's getting sick. I'm like, what the fuck? See who they're guarding. Twinkling Titanite, always a good thing. And let's... Uh-oh. What's the difference here? That fucking chain, mate. Also, another game I've actually been playing lately. Everyone's been all about that Star Wars lately. So I actually pulled out Star Wars The Force Unleashed for the Nintendo Wii. And I gotta say, yeah, it's shown its age. Yeah, it's got its issues. But you know what? It's still one of the better games for the Nintendo Wii, not gonna lie. Okay, we got that stagger. Stay aggressive, you just might get that stagger. Yay, lingering hitboxes are fun. Fuck off and die. It almost looks like I'm wearing those Victoria's Secret pajamas with the butt flaps. We all know what those are for. Alright, so up here we see a nice welcoming doorway. Not really that welcoming. Sealed by the Great Lord's power. So, obviously we are meant to go this way, just not yet. So we'll get back there at some point. Alright, let's see some more of this area because gosh diddly darn is it freaking beautiful. Alright, just like last time, careful pulling, one at a time. There we go. He's got reach. You get back here, you jumpy fuck. That's the only issue with spears is you actually have to be accurate with your stabs. You can't just like swing and cover an arc of space. Low stamina, you know, requirement, fast attack. The only caveat is you need to be accurate with it, especially if you fight unlocked like I do. Oh, your massive tower shield, friend. I'm so impressed. Uber skill, much wow. Alright, let's get the treasure. Demon Titanite. That's actually for upgrading boss weapons. We're not going to look at those just yet, if at all. But if you use a boss soul to upgrade a plus 10 of a certain kind of weapon that coincides with the weapon that you get from that particular boss soul, then Demon Titanite is what you use to upgrade that weapon. Oh god, can we make it? Yeah, elevator's on a timer, so you gotta time it properly. Look at those freaking biceps. That wasn't like a gay. That was like a admiration of I wish I had that body. Never mind. Oh, remember these mother hubbers, don't we? Okay, thought I could have timed that better. Guess not. Piss off, fucking sponge. Get out of here. Oh, what? Oh, wow. Lol. At least we got the weapon. At least we got the weapon. Ah! Beef jerky. Now. How much humanity do I have? 6. Yeah, I'll use it for the sake of the beef jerky. Also, I'm thinking, since this is such a huge area, and yeah, of course there's a good boss fight here, but there's so much other stuff to cover aside from that boss fight, I think I'm going to save that boss fight for the next episode. So maybe end this one on a cliffhanger. Also, I've never actually had... I don't think I've died to those guys in ages. Does he... Oh, he does keep his tail. Alright, I thought if I cut it off, then he'd lose it. Don't know how he's missing me. He's swinging right through me. Tail slicer! There we go. How do you like that? Poke, poke. There we go. Alright, now as you can see, we have no immediate way of getting to that lift. And that unfinished, non-textured abyss that should probably be a floor of some kind, but there we go. I feel like I look really, really pale now that I have a different angle to get light from. Oh well. Yeah, as you'll see, these raptors are really the only thing that'll be leading us anywhere. And you come to see that there is a broken open window over here, so that's obviously a sign that we gotta go this way. But you gotta be ready for anything because... Look at that. Oh. No backstab? Oh, really? Come on. There we go. Little MRFer just dropped from the ceiling. Ooh. Environmental awareness. Oh, crap. If I die here, I'm gonna be pissed. What, did I just get parried? Wow, that's never happened before. Also, another reason why spears are decent beginner weapons, if your enemy has, like, very low or, like, no poise, you can just cower behind your shield and just poke them. It doesn't do godlike damage, but keeps you safe anyway. I mean, this isn't a tower shield. You know, this isn't massive defense. This is just, like, very standard level of defense. But anyway, do I even need to say those two words again? Probably not. Careful does it. Careful does... to this day, after, like, countless playthroughs, I'm still not really big on this part of the level. It's good at teaching you some stuff, but wow, does it give me the jeeper creeper, whatever, however you say that. All right, lol. Yeah, perk is that can sometimes happen. What I was about to say, though, is just like that precarious setting in Sen's Fortress, this is a place that kind of teaches you that parrying can be extremely useful. You don't have to, but I strongly recommend it. Like one-handed weapon and a shield, perfect for this. Now these guys attack really quickly with not much of a wind-up, so parrying them to this day is still a challenge for me. But look at how much room we have. Do you really see you being able to roll very easily? Or even then you can, you know, spam R1, but you have to keep very good control of the camera. Now if you're locked on and he falls off, and you're still moving as you're locked onto him, you might fall off the edge with him. Ow. So I would definitely try to practice parrying just for this part of the level. You might need it. But as you can see, I still fail sometimes because of the low wind-up, fast follow-up attacks these guys have. But we did okay because we're using our parry smarts. And for the record, it took me forever to parry in this game. It took me so long to parry in this game, and even now I'm not exactly a master at it. I use it when I can. I use it when it's beneficial, like in that setting right there. Alright, we got a lever. Clearly you have a lever, you're meant to push it. There you go. Little cutscene just to confirm it. And... oh, yep, this guy. But we have the advantage of a starting drop attack, so fuck him. Yeah. Sneaky, sneaky. Always lying in ambush. Get out of here. Oh yeah, baby. This is Fashion Souls. Yep. Fashion Souls for the win. Alright, now clearly... this Grand Cathedral, if this wasn't inviting enough, I don't know what is. However, do you really think you're just going to be able to waltz right through the front door? You know. Go ahead and try and open that door, I dare you. Alright, one of my least favorite mobs in the game. Come on. Come on. Why do they need to fly backwards like 100 meters when you smack them with a little spear? That just puts me out of your reach. Or puts you out of my reach. Motherfucker. That's another thing I don't like. When they fly so far back, they've got room to jump up before you can respond, and now they're fast, and now they're gangbanging you, and I don't like it. Even on many consecutive playthroughs later, they are fast, and I don't like them. However, if Dark Souls has taught me anything, and hopefully it will teach you the same thing, you don't have to fight everything that you come across. The path continues, you can just run past them, but you gotta watch out for that projectile, because it will shoot you in the ass. I'm surprised I didn't get hit by that, I usually do. Uh-oh. These guys are waiting. Yeah, you pay the price for being impatient. But you're going to try your damnedest to keep going anyway. Alright, as you can see, they can't do anything. However, we found ourselves in a new predicament. We've got great arrows the size of a fucking spear coming at you from this side and this side over here. Let's assess the situation for a moment. What's over there? Looks like a dead end. What's over here? Looks like a dead end. How are you meant to do this? Well, you're not going to figure it out by just sitting here waiting for something. Let's just move forward. The ramp continues. Take it nice and easy. And this is another situation where parrying will be very effective. See, the thing is, you don't want to block. If you block, their arrows will knock you off the building because they're so forceful. This is another spot where parrying will be extremely useful because these guys have a lot of poise. Just poking them with the spear will not stagger them. And they have a lot of health. It took 2 full parries to kill them. You have the advantage of terrain. That pillar behind me, right by my nose, is blocking the other guy's point of view. So now you parried him, you killed him, you're safe, you're going to be very careful. Assess your surroundings, and you see a fog door. Usually means that's either boss fight or new area. This is just new area. Alright, now I would always try to open every door you can immediately. That's not a very friendly face. And we've come a long way since our last bonfire, so this is exactly what we're going to hope and pray for. Alright. Oh, look at that. A bonfire. And perhaps even more comforting, our buddy Solaire. Solaire is definitely going to be a guy you look forward to seeing in this playthrough. But also, of course, we got the bonfire. Because heaven forbid we got to walk past all that stuff again. Believe me, none of us want to do that. Alright, now we can breathe a little bit, we can explore this area. This guy, he has a spear, so that means he can do the same thing I can. He can hide behind his shield and just poke and not get staggered out of it. That's why we try to do alternate methods. We try to get behind him. Doesn't always work because he's ready for that. But you and I are better than him, so we pull it off. Alright, new doors. Does not open from this side. That means we will be coming from somewhere else and opening it from the other side. A lot of doors going to lead to nowhere, some to good stuff, some to bad stuff, and then maybe one might lead us to where we have to actually go. Alright, this is a dead end, but hey, look. Dragon heads. What is more badass than a wall full of dragon heads? Whoever mounted all those must have been a pretty tough fella. Alright, we've got a few places to go here. We can go that way. We can go that way. Both doorways are guarded by silver knights. That looks a bit more grand, which might be the area we need to go to. But side areas are never something you should, pass by in Dark Souls. Or any of the Souls games, really. Alright, the little side route has taken us to a friend. Remember this guy? You remember this guy. Very inconspicuous with his fucking sword. Piss off. Last time he was perturbed by balls, this time he's perturbed by silver knights. A bit less comical of a, thing to be perturbed by, but nonetheless, we need to help out our friend. Alright, we just killed those guys for our friends. And he gives us a reward. Like I said, interacting with NPCs is often rewarded. Alright, doors, more doors. No. we can say hi to him later. This guy is guarding 2 treasure chests. He's not a big deal. Silver Knight helm, Silver Knight armor, gauntlets, and leggings. Alright, 1 point for Fashion Souls. And then this just led us back to another hallway, and that door could not be opened from this side previously, so we just got ourselves a massive shortcut. Now that I think about it, we could probably do the boss in this video. Alright, and we have found ourselves a friend. Alright, can you reinforce our spear? Yes, he can. Titanite chunks, which is what we have. That is now +2. Awesome. As we go out this door, we see a door that leads to the front of the cathedral. We just made a massive shortcut. Well, not really a massive shortcut, but we expanded upon the idea that Dark Souls is a spider web. Everything is connected in some way or another, and we just proved that even more. From where we started is connected to where we are now. However, there's nothing but gangbanging demons here, as far as I'm concerned, so we're going to get back inside. We're going to get back inside, and we're going to see if we can go further. Alright, this guy is not happy to see us. The black eye orb is quivering. That is the item that we got from the firekeeper that died earlier. I'm not going to tell you what happens when you use it, but make sure you're at full health when you do use it. You got quite a nice treat coming in for you. And hopefully we can ignore this guy for a second, because I have no health or healing left. But you can see what's behind him. That's a summoning sign. We can summon Solaire again. So whatever we have to do over here is clearly important if we're summoning Solaire. That fog door, that's your answer. But before we go there, we're on the other side of that massive door that there was no way we were going to get through when we started this level. So we're going to explore this area down here, and we're going to see that there is a lever. There you go. The front door is open. You can get in from any side now. I just want to get to a bonfire. Alright, so what we're going to do now is, because we have a boss fight up next, we are going to kindle the bonfire so we can get 1 extra Estus flask. Or no, 5 rather, extra Estus flasks. Because, hey, you could always do with some more healing, right? Alright, the more I think about it, the boss fight in this area is probably going to be the biggest piece of edumacation in this entire area, aside from what we've covered so far. So I'm actually glad we're getting to the boss now, because Ucha Magucha, the edumacation. We're going to see what we're up against before we start summoning, So, prepare your butts. We got a show, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. We're all gamers. And now look at this grand-ass room. Look at this piece of chunk of man right here. And look at this badass. Still one of the best boss intros ever. But as you can see, much like with the first fight we summoned Solaire against, the one we can now summon him for is another gank fight. A gank fight being, you know, 2 bosses in 1. So, you'll notice something. Take immediate notes of the room design. Whenever you're fighting a boss, always take note of the room design. Especially if it's a gank fight, especially take note. See, there's a lot of open space, which isn't always what you want when you're being ganked. But notice these pillars. This is going to be used for what's called crowd control. Because if you try to fight them out here in the open, you're going to get surrounded very easily. You want to use the environment to block, like we just saw right there, and bait one of the other ones to come to you. However, the pillars are not always going to be safe. For example, if I'm hiding right here, yes, that pillar is right there, but he can still smash you through the pillar. However, the base of the pillar right here, he can't walk through that. So that still gives you a bit of grounds to separate them on. And as you can also see, that guy is taking mad damage from my weapon, which means he must have a weakness to lightning. Whereas that guy shooting lightning probably has resistance to it. Certain bosses have certain resistances, and you gotta take that into effect. See, the fact that I hit him for... Ouch. See, the fact that I hit this guy for 55, and I hit this guy for 234, that should let the game be... You should let the game teach you that there's definitely a certain way to do things here. The thing is, though, not everyone has a lightning spear. So you have to really choose how you approach this based on your build. You know, there aren't too many cookie-cutter ways to handle things in Dark Souls. There are a few rules that kind of, you know, one size fits all, but majority of it is up to the player and the player's build. And also, as you can see, we were able to damage both of them, but we killed one. I'm not going to spoil this cutscene, but the result is that. Basically, what happens is, had you killed the other guy first, if you killed this guy first, then you'd be facing a similar situation with the other guy. He would have grown in size and would have had more power. Now, the other guy I think is easier to fight, bigger, because he doesn't really grow too much. But this guy, he has a lot of speed and agility, but he's even bigger, tankier, and with wider hitboxes. So, my little tip as a veteran is kill this guy first. You'll have an easier fight on your hands, in my opinion. I still know some people who will swear that this is the easier of the 2 fights. You know, the easier of the 2, you know, second phase bosses. But I still think this one's the hardest. And if you get unlucky with boss AI, he'll keep repeating that stupid attack. But yeah, this is definitely that point in the game where the game is teaching you, alright, at this point you're either prepared or you're not. There's so many things about this fight. There's adaptability with, you know, the different things that the bosses do, depending on which one you kill first. Different things to adapt to. You have to use crowd control. You have to fight 2 guys at once. You gotta deal with all kinds of mechanics. You have to deal with boss resistances, boss weaknesses, buffs that certain bosses have. Then a combination of those things in the second phase. There's so much you have to deal with here. And on top of that, this is an endurance fight. There's so much you have to adapt to, and I love that this is, like, right when the game teaches you that. It also teaches you about really good boss design. And also the importance of learning. Because we just learned that this guy is resistant to lightning. The damage I'm doing to him is absolute piss. Also, his really long spear makes it so that we're pretty vulnerable almost anywhere. He can probably stab through the length of this pillar, but it at least blocks his body. Like so. Fun fact, this is the boss fight that made me rage quit the game for over a month. I spent easily a month, probably nearly 2 months, not playing the game because of these guys. They pissed me off so much because I wasn't letting the game teach me. I was running around, turtling with my shield, and I would try to, like, you know, get right in their face. You know, back when, you know, both of them were still alive, I would try to get up in their faces, keep my shield up, And then I realized that I wasn't really using my shield. I was either getting hit or I was dodging. Because these guys both hit really hard, you really can't afford to block. You need to dodge or you're going to take a ton of damage. And that tracking is really annoying, isn't it? Yeah, one little downside about a boss having a lot of health, the longer the boss is alive, the more time there's for you to make an error, as you're seeing now. He's living a long time. That's more time for me to make mistakes. And yes, I am making mistakes. I'm out of healing. I am out of healing and I'm still missing some health. But like with most things that are bigger than you, you stay in really close. He does a few moves, like this one right here, that try to punish you if you're just ankle biting. Let that, let the game teach that as well. He has a few close range moves that, try to punish you if you're like right in front of him. He's got that downward stab. But this is the one to watch out for. Because you're going to be biting his ankles so much, that's the one you really want to look out for. Because that's the one that's going to punish you the most. It hits like a truck. Lightning Spear versus Lightning Spear. His is a lot bigger. We can't sponge anywhere near as many hits from his as he can from ours. Which, again, it comes into the whole endurance thing. See, I had this game for the Xbox 360, and I didn't have Xbox Live. I wasn't connected online at all. So, when I played this game, I dealt with, like, the vanilla game. Every single bug was still in there, and everything pre-nerf was still in there. And the one thing that pissed me off the most is that slam attack had a wider radius, and I got hit by it so many times. Oh god, don't get greedy. He's on one hit. There we go. I was about to cover positioning as well because you almost got trapped against the wall over here, or I did. And if he spammed that slam attack against this wall, you were not going anywhere. So as we can see, Soul of Ornstein, Humanity, and the Leo Ring. Hopefully we're going to see a bonfire pretty soon. And lo and behold, there we go. I've been kind of ranting on, and kind of getting to the next point pretty quickly, but let's just take a moment to appreciate that imposing sight of those two guys. And now we just ascended and conquered this cathedral. This is a bonfire well earned, my friends. You are going to love it when you get to this bonfire. And we open the doors of destiny, and beautiful music kicks in. As if that bonfire wasn't enough of a reward. Alright, I don't want to stay here too long. I want you guys to enjoy this when you get here, because it's a rather enjoyable time. Now, innuendos aside, this is a really good feeling. You feel like you conquered so much to get here. And guess what, my friends? The adventure is only beginning. But yeah, she hands over a key item that allows you to warp between bonfires. That is useful. That is very useful, because there is a lot of bonfires in this game. There's a lot of traveling to do in this game. So a question you might be asking is, well, where the hell did we go from here? When in doubt in this game, go to Firelink Shrine. It's at the top of the list for a reason. When in doubt, go to Firelink Shrine. I'm sure our big snake friend has some words for us, and our chubby friend over here has words for us as well. He gets pretty excited. Cutscene. Alright, so we're going to take that big cereal bowl we got earlier, and we're going to place it on this little tree altar. I don't know how we can lift it. It must be extremely light, or we are making them gains. Alright, without spoiling all this dialogue, the mission we are basically given was to claim 4 mighty souls. And if you remember that yellow door that was sealed by the Great Lord's power, that's going to be open now. So that's another way we can go. And not only that, but there are actually multiple yellow doors. Had you picked different routes to travel on, you would have found several of those yellow doors that can only be opened once you get this key item. I kind of glossed over it earlier, but I wasn't going to go through every single area of the game, before doing all this. But that's the game testing your memory. Had you gone to all the areas to try to figure out where to go, you would have eventually been met with those doors that are sealed by the Great Lord's power. You now have the Lord Vessel, and you got to get the Lord Souls. Those doors are now open. You now have 3 ways right off the bat that you can go from here, but you know what? I think we had a pretty good adventure today. Our bonfire is still absent, but let's just say that black eye orb is pretty useful to get this lit back up. So I'll definitely do that off camera to not spoil the fun, but I definitely want to get this bonfire back now that I think about it. It's very important. So, but for now, we're going to have a seat next to our beloved Onion Man. Alright. Well, we did it, guys. We conquered the mighty Anor Londo, the dynamic duo that is Ornstein and Smough. Smog, Schmog, whatever. I still know how to pronounce that guy's name. But we did a big thing today. We conquered bosses, got through areas, learned to parry, got lost, all that good stuff. Next week, we're going to talk about how this game is not super linear and how you can choose your own adventure, to coin a phrase. There's going to be a few different ways we can go next time, but we're just going to pick one and see where it takes us. I can't wait. Hopefully you're looking forward to it as well. And until you see me again, live well.